They tried to kill crypto and take down Brad Garlinghouse. Well, guess what? Tables have turned, and I've got the court documents to share with you. We're going to talk XRP price along.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And more news to share with you, like Brad Garlinghouse going to be on 60 Minutes this weekend. You want XRP to be shared to new people? Yeah, I'm going to share that. But before we do that, your comments come first. You, the viewer, matter most. Texas Sweet Tea channel member, thank you so much. Says, thank you for all the intel. Tell your family happy holidays. Honestly, do what's best for you. Who cares what we think? Whoa. No. This is how it works, all right? I do what's best for the viewer. I take care of the viewer. If I take care of the viewer takes care of me. But if I take care of me, I might not be taking care of you. Support for the channel coming from Thomas Webb and Jeremy Touche. Thank you both. And by the way, look for responses to your comments down below. Justice for Peanuts says, read my comment on the next video. Say hello to Brian. I turned him on. Justice for... Oh, there's more to... I turned him on to your vulgar crypto rant. Sorry, I read that you turned him on, and I don't know, Justice for Peanut. You turning on Brian is something share-worthy. Last one, and then we get into it. Teresa Roberts says, are we going to have a little pump today? I'm not convinced we will hold the price over the weekend if we don't. I've heard Brad is on 60 Minutes. Well done, girlfriend. This Sunday, so he might come in and save the day. Superman Brad. Yeah, 60 Minutes with Brad Garlinghouse. That's a big one. We're going to talk about that along with XRP price. But first... Uh-oh, doggy's fighting. And program resumed. They took a ornament off the Christmas tree and we're fighting over who is going to eat it. My wife is going to be pissed, but she won't know because she doesn't watch the videos. All right, Bitcoin sitting at 101,046 while ETH is 4,033. XP at 237, Sol 239. BNB, let's pay attention to BNB at 744. Can we be BNB at 800 before XRP at $3? 8 is at $1.21. XLM at 47.7. Pump.fun blocks UK users amid FCA warning regarding Solana. It's very interesting because we're seeing a whole bunch of different countries look at crypto different ways. This isn't a good one. Remember, I bring you the news whether it's good, bad, happy, or sad. Oh, don't worry. I've got good news. You see this? That's Exhibit A. Exhibit, we're going to be sticking it up there, A. But let's get into this. The recent decision by Pump.fun to block UK users highlights serious compliance issues in the crypto landscape. By adhering to regulations established by the Financial Conduct Authority, let's call it the FCA from now on, the Solana-based platform aims to mitigate further legal repercussions. Alan confirmed that the UK has been designated a restricted jurisdiction, preventing accessibility to their services for residents. Pump.fun, there's a couple different layers. This first thing, meme launchpad. Okay, so you don't want people to get involved with meme launchpads. It's kind of weird. I bet you can do all sorts of nefarious things with your money over in the UK. I bet if you wanted, you could buy Guinness for the entire pub and blow money and just keep doing it all night long and never see that money again. Never have a chance of having that money coming again. You could probably buy so much booze you could... My point is that they're, again, kind of going after this whole pump.fun meme thing. Now, part of the problem, too, is they did this live streaming thing, and it turned out to be super naughty. And not the best naughty. People were actually hurting themselves in order to pump the meme coin they were launching. That's the lengths at which people are going. So I do kind of get it, but at the same time, let's be real here, they cleaned up that part of it, and I think we still need to see updated regs everywhere. Here's another one, all right? Remember, this is all changing throughout the world. And I'm bringing you news from all over the place. 50% of you from the United States. The other 50% of you are not from the United States. So these are stories for everyone. Czech Republic exempts Bitcoin held for over 3 years from capital gains tax. In the United States here, it's 1 year for cap gains. Comment down below what country you are from and what is your capital gains tax timeline. The Czech Republic Parliament announced unanimously new regulation today, exempting BTC held for at least 3 years from capital gains tax. That's a long time. Could you imagine buying something and knowing to avoid like the tax punch? You'd have to hold it for 3 years. That's kind of nuts. For context, the country's tax policy on BTC comes in the form of a flat rate of 15% for individuals and 19% for businesses. However, the government applies a 23% standard rate on transactions exceeding about 81,000. So basically, if you make good stacks, they want their cut of it. Again, we're getting updated regs. This is the part that I wanted to share with you. Last month, Italy made a significant move regarding crypto taxation by reducing its proposed capital gains tax on crypto from 228 from 42. So you're seeing countries all over the globe do this at different speeds. Some of them are good for crypto, some of them are bad for crypto. Some of them were like, okay, that's a good start, but we'd like a little bit more. Well, do you want even more? How about Coinbase exposing the FDIC? And oh, is it disgusting? And then we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about Brad Garlinghouse, and then we're going to talk about XRP price action. But let's get to this first. Exposed scumbags. United States government. Remember how the United States government somehow got it to Brad's bank that they should debank him, and they did, and they gave him, I think it was, 7 days to find a new bank? So, yeah, this hits home to a lot of people here. Coinbase uncovers FDIC's role in restricting crypto banking service. According to Coinbase, the documents which were made public, here it is. It's all linked in the description below if you want to read it. This thing is long, girlfriend, 75 pages. The FDIC was instructing banks to pause or prevent cryptocurrency-related activities throughout 2022. The exchange, which had hired Associates Inc. to fight for access to these documents, claims these communications exposed coordinated efforts. The FDIC letters, some of which heavily redacted, we totally understand that, were shared by Coinbase on Friday. Hey, that's today. That's why you hit the whatever you want subscribe button. They show how the regulator halted or delayed crypto services, demanding further clarification on compliance before banks could offer digital asset products. One letter stated, "We respectfully ask that you pause all crypto asset related activity." Like, I'm sorry, was it illegal? Am I missing something here? Like, the length that the United States government, whether it's the SEC, whether it's the FDIC, the lengths at which these places went for Operation Choke Point 1.0, 2.0, what you do with your partner on the weekends, safe word. Dude, this is over the top. This is what Paul Grewald said, Coinbase's CLO. This was no conspiracy. The FDIC executed a clear plan to deny banking services to a fully legal industry. That should concern everyone. You bet your butt it should. I mean, we have seen governments and their overreach. What about, the truckers thing? Remember that in Canada? Government overreach, ring a bell, ding, 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 ding. What about the UK and their very heavy anti-gun laws? Ding, 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 ding. Right? We're seeing this all over, but now, girlfriend, it's different because we got the court documents for you. Now, yes, there is a bunch of it that is redacted. I totally understand that. I'm some of this, you're like, dude, what am I supposed to read out of this? I get it, but there are juicy nuggets in here. Like I said, take it. It's worth the read. Takes a little bit of time to get through. Totally awesome. Now let's talk about 60 Minutes and Brad. 60 Minutes, massive show in terms of how long it's lasted, its audience, its appeal, it's standing the test of time. Really cool. A lot of traditional old money into 60 Minutes, all right? This is a very different audience than crypto. So when we talk about, how do we, get new people into crypto? Okay. All right, I'm going to share with you how we get new people in. No, I'm going to share with you how we don't get new people into crypto. Remember Hawk Tuah Girl, and she did that meme coin launch, right? And she, burned everyone. Their whole premise was to target people outside of crypto because they wouldn't know what a rug pull was. So they wouldn't know what to look for in tokenomics and so forth, and they burn those people, okay? That's the wrong way to expose people to crypto. You want to know what the right way is? You take a bunch of people, traditional finance big timers, right? Put Brad Garlinghouse in front of them in an interview where they could see this clean-cut, good-looking dude, nice suits. He speaks very well. He's good with his eye contact, his body position. He's a very polished speaker. Does a very good job. Put him in front of a new audience, and there you go. Now, this is going to be happening on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, all right? Streaming services, it shows on at a different time. I'm thinking this is going to be a really good one. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be watching the charts when that happens. Why? Because I want to see what happens. Because think, there's going to be people out there that are going to be watching 60 Minutes, and they're going to be like, okay, so what's Ripple and XRP? And they look it up, and they're like, oh, man, this thing's making a lot of money. And then they contact their brokerage where they got their 401k, and they're like, I'd like to buy XRP. And they're like, no, you don't. And they're like, well, why? And then they say something, they're like, no, I saw this thing on 60 Minutes. And they're like, no, you don't want to do that. And they're like, why? And they're like, well, because we don't offer it. So then what they're going to do is they're going to go onto Google, and they're going to Google XRP, right? And then they're going to find places to buy it. And you know why I brought that up? Because on Google Trends, XRP is freaking booming as a search phrase. Check it out. So they're going to go on there, and then they're going to find places to buy XRP. Now, is it going to be a lot of people? I don't know. But it's opening up to a new audience. You're exposing crypto through the eyes and mouth and the visuals of Brad Garlinghouse to a new audience. Now, XRP price talk, let's be real here. We're getting that support. We're fighting here. Now, are we fighting in the 250 range? No. We had that back on December 4th. I know. Greedy, right? But we're holding. We've definitely got that support above 220. And it appears that the majority of this move wants to keep us well above 230. Now, we are struggling a bit, and you can see it right here. We are struggling a bit right around that 240 mark. So we need to see what happens with this weekend. This weekend, I expect volume to pretty much suck balls, and that's comparatively. It's still freaking awesome compared to last month, the beginning of last month, because that's, when the election happened. It's going to suck balls, but I want to see, do we see a volume move during the 60 Minutes thing? Do we see something happening price action? I mean, it's a bit hopeful. I'll be honest with you. That would be Santa Claus saying, yo, I'm going to come earlier this year and again on the normal date. That's a lot of coming for Santa Claus, so I don't know if that's possible. It's a reach, but I need to start seeing what happens, because all of these cryptos that we're covering, all of the ones that you're all into and what I'm into, they're all doing their own thing. Like, they're all moving on its own way. Bitcoin's at $101,408 right now. Do I even seem like excited about it? No, because it's so weird. We have now been hit with high prices, like with BTC, especially for, quote, so long that we're like, oh, okay, 100,000 BTC, this is cool. I'm cool with this. It's like inflation except with crypto prices, right? We were so used to eggs and milk and all that shit being so high. We're like, oh, I'm used to $6 a dozen for eggs. No big deal, just bend me over, United States government. Well, we're coming back and we're bending you over, FDIC. And those documents are out there, all related to Choke Point 2.0. Remember, Brad Garlinghouse was debanked. Yes, he's going to be on 60 Minutes on Sunday. Check it out. If news breaks with that, I'll be sure to share it with you, of course. Price action. Hey, look, if we hold in this range, totally happy with this. Keep this going until we get more news that hits the ground, right? The effects take place from this news, and I'd love to see what we're looking at a month or two from now. I talk a lot on this channel about personal rights, freedoms, and liberties and stuff like that, and being just fair and open, right? I mean, whether you like something or not, if it's fair, if it's open, you can often understand. And with the United States government and this whole trying to kill crypto thing and the lengths that they went to do it, right? Not just the SEC, who went after individual cryptos themselves, also went after exchanges, right? Missed a whole bunch of stuff that wrecked people. Oh, good job, Gary Gensler. But then seeing that the FDIC didn't even do jack shit about it on the good side. And you're like, Klaus, on the good side? Yeah, because remember Alex Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius? They were advertising that they were FDIC insured publicly. They had that all over Twitter. Twitter, FDIC insured. FDIC. It was everywhere. And the FDIC didn't do that. Yet, and they weren't FDIC insured. Yet, the FDIC is sitting here going, you know what? You shouldn't have access to banking services. Not because it's legal, but we don't like you. That's messed up. This is from a government. So don't think out there that the United States government is perfect. Don't think that this is awesome with everything, because there's so much corruption and so much dirtiness out there, and it's getting exposed, and it's awesome to see, but it also hurts, right? I mean, when you live in this country, and you experience it too with your countries where you live, because we've seen this all over the place. A lot of you UK viewers out there, a lot of UK-centric news, man. Klaus, what's the deal with the cross-the-pond love? Rock on, my good peeps. But what about the UK? A lot of you out there had problems with your banks too, restricting crypto payments. I broke stories about that. Like I said, I bring you the news, good or bad, happy or sad. Some bad news, but now look, it's relevant because we're exposing this stuff. So it's great that we're exposing it, but it hurts to go through. It's like peeling back like the layer of the onion. You just don't know what you're going to see. And I'm hoping that, you know what, a couple months from now, a year from now, we can all look back on this and say, all right. It sucked. It's over. It's behind us. We've got regs. We've got a clear path. Doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to be like green and rocket ship all the time, but it means that you're better protected under the laws so that like you can keep this momentum going that we got. Because you don't want it to be when the next regime comes in, whether it's the government or the country that I live in or the one that you live in, to change a good thing and to go backwards. That would just be a mess. And it's bad enough that we're seeing overreach from these government entities, from multiple governments across the globe. Free democratic countries? Oh, I don't think so, girlfriend. But you know what I do think? Electrolytes. This is salty lime. I just brushed my teeth. It is absolutely fucking gross. Choo-choo, bitches.